Hey everyone, we are here at Misión Concepción here in San Antonio, Texas. So Misión Concepción was established in 1716 as Nuestra Señora de la Purísima Concepción de los Ainais in East Texas. This mission was moved in 1731 to San Antonio. So this is one of the 5 missions in San Antonio. 4 of them are part of the National Park Service. One of them was removed because it's owned by the state of Texas and the people, which is the Alamo. So we are here outside of it this morning. So these are 4 of the 5. The 5th one is the Alamo, but that one's separate now. So there's Misión Concepción, Misión San Jose, Misión San Juan, and Misión Espada. So right now we're in Concepción. We're gonna go to San Juan next. Then we're gonna San Jose, then San Juan, and then Misión Espada. And then we're gonna visit the Alamo as well. Hey everyone, we are here outside of Misión San Jose here in San Antonio. You can see it there behind me. It's a very beautiful mission here in San Antonio. This mission was founded in 1720, so it is very old, but work began in 1768. So they started working on it in 1768, but the groundbreak for the start of it was in 1720. So this is one of the 5 missions here in San Antonio. This is the second one we've visited today. It's very, very beautiful. Hey everyone, we're here at the last mission, Mission Espada, here in San Antonio, Texas. So Misión San Francisco de la Espada is the full name. Was established in 1690 as San Francisco de los Tejas, near present-day Augusta, and renamed San Francisco de los Neches in 1721. So this is one of the it's technically 5 missions, but the Alamo was removed from the National Park Service because that is very important to Texas. As you know, that is the reason why Texas became its own republic. Also back in the day, Texas used to be its own country, for the ones who did not know that. So this is the last of the 5 missions, Mission Espada. Hey everyone, so we are here in San Antonio in the Alamo. This is one of the 5 San Antonio missions here in San Antonio. The only thing is that this one is separate. So the Alamo is very important to Texas because this is where a major battle happened that is what caused Texas to become the Republic of Texas. So what a lot of you don't know is that the Alamo was actually a church. So the Alamo is a historic Spanish mission that was built in the 18th century.
Over 9 stories tall, also known as the Sniper Tree. Back in 1835, there was a Texas patriot by the name of Ben Milo. He was staying at the Veramente Palace, which was right behind us, and he was shot by a sniper from that tree right there. Now we're going underfoot gate 3. This one comes down like a guillotine. Don't worry, they don't start their random testing till after 2 p.m. takes about 15 minutes for that to come down completely. It does weigh 3 tons when it comes straight down. And coming up on the right is the Esquire Tavern. That was the first bar on the Riverwalk. They opened their doors in 1933. And they opened the day after Prohibition ended. Pretty much just took down the barbershop pole and it was business as usual. They say it was a speakeasy before that. It also has the longest wooden bar in Texas at 108 feet long. Heading on the left is the Drury Inn and Suites. That used to be the City Public Service building back in 1921. Just to give you an idea of the severity of that flood, if you look to the top of the first floor windows, right where the 3 shields are, that's how high the flood of 1921 reached. It's a major flood. It's a great example of how we like to take an old building, give it a second chance and a new life here in San Antonio. We try not to tear anything down if we can help it. Coming up on the right, you'll see tourists and their natural habitat. It's another one of our ticket locations here. This one is at the Aztec Theater. The Aztec over here to the right was opened in 1926. It used to show silent movies. They just finished about a 3-year-long run with a country and western show on San Antonio Rose Live. They even had the live music venue on now. One of the last remaining Mayan theaters left in the United States. Now we're about to head under Salinas Bridge, named after late Tejano singer Selena Quintanilla. She was photographed on this bridge, as well as Jennifer Lopez, who played her in the movie Selena. Also partially filmed right up here. And the beige building over here on the right, that's the Moncabra Hotel now, but it used to be the home of the L. Frank Saddlery. From 1901 to 1923, they outfitted Teddy Roosevelt, the Rough Riders, as well as Mexican revolutionary Francisco Pancho Villa. Right before World War I, they provided boots, saddles, and harnesses for the United States Army. Now, people always ask, how often do people fall in the river? So we don't have any rails on the side. It does happen. Every driver will give you a different number. Don't listen to any of them. They're all lying. There's one guy who says on his tour that it happens 13 times a day, which is just a very specific amount of times. I can tell you that is nowhere near the truth. But I would say it averages probably about 5 times a month that people fall in the river. It never happens when it's cold out. It always happens on St. Patrick's Day. It is a big fine if you're caught swimming in here. If you fall in and you get out, that's one thing. You start doing the backstroke and it's a $500 fine, which I thought was a joke when I first heard it, but I got confirmation from the park police that it is indeed a $500 fine if you're caught swimming in here, so don't do it for a lot of reasons. But here on the left is La Mansión del Rio, or Mansion on the River. It used to be the site of the St. Mary's School for Boys back in 1853. Then it was the St. Mary's Academy and the St. Mary's Law School. In 1966, 2 former students from the law school purchased the building. They remodeled it, opened it up for Hemisphere in 1968. Still has some of the original artifacts from the boys' school in the lobby and in the lounge. Now we're heading under the Navarro Street Bridge. When we come out from under this bridge, we're going to show you a really cool optical illusion. When we come out from under the bridge, everyone take a look up and to the left. And where once stood a 26-story, 3-dimensional building will have been replaced by a 26-story, 2-dimensional wall. So you might fall right down on top of you. Take a look up and to the left. And that's the Nix Hospital right there. Is built in 1930. It's one of the country's first full-service, fully air-conditioned hospitals. And everything from ambulance service to daycare and indoor parking. Carol Burnett was born in that hospital, as well as Oliver North. This part of the river here is known as South Bank. This is where you're going to find a lot of the nightlife on the Riverwalk. I think it might be kind of quiet tonight, but on a typical Friday or Saturday night, people will be lined up on the sides of the river screaming at every boat that goes by, throwing things on the boat drivers. I don't recommend that. That's why I work the early shift. Come back here and throw things on boat drivers. Now right in front of us is the Hyatt Regency. That was built in 1981. And the Alamo is just on the other side of the Hyatt. Normally, this is a great way to get there. As we come around the bend, take a look to the left. You'll see these glass doors with the headers that read Paseo del Alamo. That's the passageway to the Alamo. It's usually the quickest way to get there from the river level. They're doing some construction through there. I'm not sure if they can make it straight through to the other side, but the Alamo is just on the other side of the Hyatt. This street in front of us is Crockett Street. You're less than half a block away from the Alamo. You can take Crockett from here. You can also go straight through the mall and just exit out of the IMAX theater. The Alamo's right there. But an interesting side note about the Hyatt Regency, when it was being designed, it had to meet strict height requirements. It wasn't allowed to cast a shadow on the Alamo at sunset. This building over here on the right is the Casino Club building. It was opened in 1927. It used to be a German social club, and that later became apartments. There was a famous author that lived there by the name of Alex Haley. He wrote a lot of books that became movies. Probably most notably was Roots. He lived there. Also actor Tommy Lee Jones lived in that building for just a little while. Now we're getting into my favorite part of the Riverwalk. This is River Square. This is where you're going to find the majority of the restaurants. All the tantalizing aromas. Now we also offer a dining boat service. We can go to any one of these restaurants and set that up. You can get a breakfast boat, lunch, dinner. If you just want cocktails, you can get a cocktail cruise. It was on hold for a while. It's finally back. Nice way to enjoy the Riverwalk. Coming up on the left of its street level, if you look through the trees, you can just kind of make out an orange squiggly sculpture. Actually, the official color of that is enchilada red. But that is the Torch of Friendship. It was given to us in 2002 by an artist named Sebastian. It's supposed to symbolize our friendship between Mexico and Canada. Now, the Riverwalk first opened in 1941. It didn't look a whole lot like this. It was more of a city park. Let's take the family out and have a picnic. But the father and designer of the Riverwalk, Robert H.H. Huckman, he had a different vision for his design, so he put his office here in the building on the right. That's the Clifford Building. Huckman's name is written above the first floor. And he put his office there to prove to everyone that a business could thrive on the Riverwalk. He wasn't afraid of flooding. And people thought he was crazy at first. It took a few years before the businesses started to follow suit. Like this restaurant over here on the right is Casa Rio, first restaurant on the Riverwalk. They opened their doors in 1946. They were the first ones to do the riverboat tours, as well as the diving boats. They also celebrated their 78th anniversary last October. So we're going to be leaving the natural flow of the river one more time. We're going to head back onto the man-made part we originally started on. This is the bottom of the horseshoe. Give you an idea where we are. This part of the river that we're entering was built in the 1960s for Hemisphere. Now, since we had 7 million people coming to town for Hemisphere, they built this part so people could take river taxis from the natural flow of the river to get to the convention center. And people loved the Riverwalk so much during Hemisphere, they kept coming back and bringing their families. Tourism really started to grow as a result of the Hemisphere of 1968. Kind of put us on the map. And out of San Antonio, Riverwalk is the #1 tourist attraction in Texas. Number 2 is the Alamo, so we got them both right here. You ever want to move to San Antonio? If you live here already, want to open up a business, we have the Chamber of Commerce on the left. We have all kinds of information for you. This message brought to you by the Chamber of Commerce. Now, since this is a man-made part of the river, there's no natural flow to it. This part of the river is lined with concrete. The rest of the river has a mud bottom, but there are still a whole lot of little critters that live here that don't realize that this is man-made. We have tilapia, perch, catfish, sunfish, crawfish, a whole lot of snakes in here. There are, I've seen it. We've got turtles too. Turtles are nice. So they built this waterfall over here to the right. This waterfall helps keep the water flowing, keeps it filtered and aerated, keeps all those little critters alive and well. Just to the right here, over the wall through the clearing, you'll see a tower. It looks like the Jetsons' house up there. That's the Tower of the...
Hey everyone, guess where we are at today? We are here in New Braunfels, Texas, part of the San Antonio area, metropolitan area. And we are here at Schlitterbahn. Yes, we are here at Schlitterbahn. This is the original Schlitterbahn water park. And it claims to be the best park in Texas, in the world, for about 26 years. I think that's what I read on their website. So we are here. I've been here before. This is my second time, and honestly I've been to, I want to say, over 10-15 water parks, and I want to say this is actually one of the best. I am going to 3 water parks in the Middle East next month, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see those videos. I will be in Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai in the United Arab Emirates next month in July. And I'm gonna be visiting some of the water parks over there as well. But yeah, we're here at Schlitterbahn. So it's a very cold day. It was supposed to be sunny, but there was a storm last night. So yeah, but we are here at the original Schlitterbahn. Let's see what changes it's made since we last came. I was last here, I want to say, about 2 to 3 years ago, so I haven't been here since then. But here we are at the entrance. Oh, and also this water park is so big that it's actually divided into 2 sections: Schlitterbahn East and Schlitterbahn West. So right now we're in the main area. We usually spend half of the day here, and then we move to the other half of the park. They usually have a tram, so you don't have to worry about walking or anything like that unless you want to walk. It's about 4 blocks away, but you know, people usually take the tram to that part of to the other side of the park. But yes, we're here at Schlitterbahn. Hey everyone, we are here at the Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch. This is here in the San Antonio area. They do have some caverns also next to this park. It is a safari park drive-through. You can either drive through with people on your vehicle, I'm sorry, or you can, they also have the guided tours. So we have here the pamphlet they gave us. You can do the guided tours. I will be attaching the prices below with the times and the prices. Now per adult, it is $31.99 plus tax, and for children it's $21.99 plus tax. So $10 less. They do have a lot of different kinds of animals. We can see here some of the animals they do show here at the park, safari park. They do have zebras, they have ostriches, they have giraffes, and they do have a snack shop here. So right now we did stop there to record this for you guys. They do have rhinos as well, and also wildcats like cheetahs. So we will be seeing that very soon. It is a very nice park. I've been here a few times before. Here's a little map of the park and what it looks like. So don't forget, this is the Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch here in the San Antonio area, outside San Antonio, the city of San Antonio. And like I said, there is some caverns next to them as well. I have visited those before. I am not visiting those on this trip, but I will attach some of the videos and pictures from my previous visits, since we are running out of time on this small vacation. So that is all. Please remember to subscribe, share, and like to help me grow and help me do more trips like this. I will be in Dubai, Bahrain, and Abu Dhabi next month in July. So I'll be recording some stuff for you guys out there in the Middle East. There will be some sand dunes. We will be also riding camels, things like that. So please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.